The defense always likes to try to paint the motorcyclist as somebody who is reckless. There's a common belief amongst many people. They see some people in motorcycles weaving in and out of traffic. They take that general position and they try to put it on the person who's involved in the motorcycle crash. As an example, a motorcyclist is in a crash. The police report says the other party's at fault. Well, number one, as I've said in other videos, the police report does not come into evidence. So what the police report says has no bearing on the case. Now, let's just say, and this happens many times, the at-fault party, they testify and say, well, that motorcycle that I hit, I couldn't avoid him because he was driving erratically. If there are no other witnesses, it'll be your word against the driver. And so in these motorcycle cases, it's vitally important that you get an attorney on board right away. You need somebody who's on your side right away so that they can collect the evidence immediately. We could hire an expert to go look at the skid marks on the road. We could hire an expert to go look at the black box that's in the car of the at-fault party. We can hire an expert to go and try to collect witness statements. So about 2 years ago here in Florida in 2023, the governor signed into law a new comparative fault negligence law. If you are more than 50% at fault for a crash, then you can get nothing. You get zero. The battle comes down to what percentage. There are cases where both parties are at fault. The insurance company might say, you know what, we'll stipulate that we're 49% at fault. Well, they're really saying is they're not going to give you a dime. These cases can be very tricky and they can be very risky. So it's important that when we look at your evidence and we're setting your case up to prove it either in trial or to get a settlement, that we can prove the fault and that we can prove that you're, less than 50% at fault at a minimum. In Florida, if you're over 21, it is legal for you not to wear a helmet. And we often see people driving down the road without any helmet. If you are in a crash and you're not wearing a helmet, the insurance company, they're going to try to blame you for your injuries. They're going to use the fact that you were not wearing a helmet against you. And they're going to say that you were reckless. You wouldn't have had these injuries if you had done the right thing and had worn a helmet. And they're going to say if you had done the right thing, you wouldn't be in this situation. Your injuries wouldn't be as severe. That's not always the case. Even when the insurance company wants to present it like that, that is not always the case. But that's why in those situations, if you're in that situation right now, give me a call because we need to make sure that we present the facts the right way, have the right experts, have the medical evidence lined up, maybe even hire an accident reconstructionist, someone like that, who can look at the damage to the car, look at the damage to the motorcycle, see how it's affected you, and then match it all up and be able to tell potentially a jury that, this is not your fault. This is actually the people who hit you. That's their fault. Give me a call. I will talk to you personally. We can make sure that we're going to get you a result that you are entitled to, a good result that you're entitled to. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.